Greetings, we're back again. Just checking out the 20-meter band, and it's M0YKS on the Sunday night roundup. Hope you've had a good week. Hope all is well. So yeah, just got the 20-meter band on after the IOTA weekend, which was quite good fun. So yeah, welcome everybody, whoever's coming in there, good evening to you, good morning, greetings. So yeah, I've got a bit of activity on 20 metres. I didn't think of anybody on. It's been quite a busy 24 hours. I woke up until this afternoon. So yeah, I've been playing a little bit over the weekend on the IOTA. You've probably seen a couple of the videos. Conditions weren't too bad, weren't too good. So. But either way, it was fun. So yeah, just getting comfortable. Just got the family off. The wires upstairs, kids are asleep. Excuse me, dogs will be snoring shortly. Evening to you, Chris, M0YKS. Yeah, conditions have been pretty grim. Not the best, to be honest. It's been rubbish for the past couple of days. Typical really, considering there's usually been pretty good throughout the week. And then the minute you want some activity, it dies off. So yeah, it's even sounding a little bit better now. A little bit disappointed that the contest were only 24 hours really. We could have done with a second evening, and then possibly it would have been a bit better for DXing. So yeah, I only managed to work one SA, South America, well two actually, and one of them were in Ireland, and then I just managed to work Echo uniforms, one Alpha Foxtrot, which was Cyprus, and I did here a North American station week. So yeah, conditions were pretty down, but it's just how the cookie crumbles. Nevertheless, obviously activity were busy, lots of Europeans on, so that were good. And yeah, made the most of that. Did quite well on 80 metres. I was surprised on how well the 80 dipole performed down there last night, doing a bit of 80. And obviously I was on 40 as well with the vertical. I run all the bands really. I made contact on 80, 40, 20, 15 and 10. So a decent roundup of QSOs. Not too bad, but yeah, that's it now. Contest is done. So back to the rag chewing. So yeah, right now I've just got this guy on. He's coming through very nice on 14.235. On the back of the beam at the minute. I've just got it beaming west. Just seeing what the activity is like. So I hope you had a great week. It's been a busy one. So yeah, I've been doing one or two jobs. Obviously got the antennas sorted out, played around with a motorcycle, and been out with the family, plenty of walks, visiting relatives, all sorts of stuff. It's been a good week. So I've got a couple more weeks of fancy-free holiday style. So who knows what the few days ahead will be happening. You have to wait and see. Hopefully there'll be a bit of DX in there somewhere. So yeah, this guy's working a few stateside stations now. So a minute ago it was just the odd station coming through. It's getting a bit better. Local time this side is 10 minutes before 11 PM. And got a good bit of time yet before I have to think about going to sleep. So greetings to everybody out there, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Hope you're well. I've got to say a shout out to Odd. I know you're in there, my friend. And obviously Chris, N2 Whiskey Fox Kilo. So if you're going to let yourself be known on the live chat, that would be great, and then I can give you a bit of a shout. If you want one, that is. And obviously if you've got any questions, hit me with them, see if I can give you any answers. I might not be able to, but I might, you never know. So yeah, I've got the 2 dogs in the shack with me tonight, and one of them's promised not to do the snoring. So if you heard the snoring the other evening, you might have thought it was me, but it wasn't. It was the black lurcher. I've got the brown one and the black one, and the black one does a lot of snoring. That's all I'll say. So yeah, signals are not too strong yet, pretty weak, but he's coming through nice. I think he's either in Czech Republic or Denmark, I can't remember. Nice pile up getting established there. Let's have a quick listen around on 20 metres. My favourite DX band. So yeah, not a lot on there yet. Don't know who that was, but we'll listen in for a sec.
CQ, This is Kilo 0, Sierra Tango Papa. Kilo 0, Sierra Tango Papa. Calling CQ, CQ Dog X-ray. K0STP. In Europe and by for a call.
Mexico 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sugar.
Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. This is K0STP. The name is Stephen. Located in the state of Virginia, 86 miles southwest of Washington, D.C. Where your report is a 5-9. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, Stefan. Great stuff. That's a very nice report. Thanks for 5x9. I'll give you a report on the next one. I was just looking on QRZ, making sure I got everything right there. But you're coming through very nice. I think you're probably about 5.7. Little bit of QSB. And the band is just warming up this side, stateside wise. Just hearing the signals coming in. So you're one of the better signals. And probably as time goes on, you'll be up to the 5.9 there. But yeah, my name is Simon, Sierra, India, Mike, Oscar, November. And I'm over in a place called Bradford in Yorkshire. And yeah, great to hear you. Kilo 0, Sierra Tango Papa. From Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra.
Okay, Simon, very good. I do copy from Bradford, Yorkshire. Thank you for dropping by. Allow me to put you in the telephone the very first time. Hope that we have many times, well, many contacts in the future. Thursday and all of this. Kilo 0, Sierra Tango Papa. 0 STP, call CQ.
Fair enough, a quick one, but we made it first shout. Some guys are a little bit quick to want to just get you in there and get rid of you. Some guys like me want to talk the hind legs off a donkey. But that's how it goes. I've kind of done the quick reports on the IOTA all weekend, so I'm ready for a bit of conversation. But even so, I'm happy with a 5x9 report to that side of the states.
K0STP, Kilo 0, Sierra Tango Papa, listening by from any DX station call.
So, that's one in the log, and obviously we've only been on a few moments. Nice to see you in there, Grim Biker. Hope you're doing well, had a good week. Hope the weather's good your side for the bike. I've been on my bike this week a bit, but we've got a lot of rain at the minute. It's not too bad at the present moment, but we've had a few showers here and there. Well, that's my excuse anyway. I'm sticking to it. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a couple more stateside copies, or South America, or Caribbean, or North America, wherever, Canada. Might even consider putting a few CQ calls out if I've got any more voice power left after the IOTA. But I generally find it's usually pretty good after a contest. You've got people who didn't really want to participate in a contest, obviously wanting to get back on the bands. So still fairly quiet. Excuse me, I've got what we call hay fever. Bit of pollen and stuff from the trees. I am surrounded by a lot of trees at this QTH. It's quite nice for the scenic point of view, but a little bit of a pain for the pollen, tree pollen.
W3 Tango to Papa, reporting Sugar Mike number 5, Sugar Victor Queen, and Sugar Mexico 5, Sugar Victor Queen, over. This is Sugar Mexico, number 5, Sugar Victor Queen. Sierra Mike number 5, Sierra Victor Queen, do you copy?
Sugar Mike 3, you're calling me?
Sugar Mexico 5, Sugar Victor Queen. Sierra Mexico 5, Sierra Victoria.
So yeah, we've got a nice signal from Sweden. Making it across the pond there. Excuse me. Well, I'm not sure if he's getting someone else actually.
Can you please repeat your qualifier and your name once more time? Lesser negative angle off the pop-up.
So yeah, keep a quick little tune around. Conditions do seem a little bit better than last Sunday, if I remember correctly. So yeah, evening to Brazil. Nice to see Papa Yankee 2, Bravo, Romeo, Charlie in there. 73, my friend, in Brazil. Hope you're well over there. Rogerio, nice to see you in there. Hopefully I might get you on the band. Beaming in your direction. Well, I can be. Just bring the beam down a bit. Only managed to work one station from Brazil over the IOTA contest. Usually get quite a few. So yeah, if you're on the band, my friend, hopefully we'll get a contact. So maybe I'll have to just bite the bullet, pick a frequency, and try a couple of CQ calls. I don't think we'll have any other band. I'm just going to have a quick listen on 10. Probably closed, but you never know. No, I think it's closed. Got a bit of noise on 15. $17. So yeah, 17 meters is fully awake. Just nobody on it. So we'll try this frequency. Clear the throat. Take the jumper off. It's a little bit warm tonight. I'm quite surprised how hot it is in the shack. Up to 21 degrees Celsius, which is hot for us Yorkshire guys. We're not used to it. We like it when it's snowing and stuff. Don't want to kidding, of course, but that's the usual kind of weather up here. We live on the Pennine Mountains, by the way, which is 600 feet ASL, and get quite a lot of wind, rain, and bad weather, so we're used to it. But yeah, it's quite warm tonight, so I'm into the t-shirt. Is this frequency in use, please? Is this frequency in use? Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra asking. So 14261, we'll give it a go. Is this frequency in use? Is the frequency occupied? So I'm beaming west. Hopefully some of you guys, if you're across that way, will receive my signal, maybe. Oh yeah, I'm glad to see Travis in there. And he's getting the equipment built up, so maybe I'll get you another time, Travis, once you get your new antenna set up and your amplifier plugged in. But yeah, looking forward to that one, my friend. Is this frequency in use? M0YKS, listening. Yeah, the amplifier looks good, my friend. Looking forward to hearing you. QRZ, CQ 20 meters. Hello, CQ. Calling CQ 20 meter band. Calling CQ, CQ, CQ on 20 meters. Hello, 20 meter band. CQ 20, hello, CQ on 20 meter band. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. M0YKS. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. CQ20, CQ20, calling 20 meter band. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. M0YKS. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meter band. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra, listening by. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meter band. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. M0YKS, CQ20 meter band, listening by. CQ20, CQ20, calling 20 meter band. This is Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. M0YKS. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. CQ20 meter band, standing by. CQ 20 meters, calling CQ on 20 meter band. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. M0YKS. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. M0, Yankee, Kilo, Sugar. Mexico 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. QRZ20 and listening by. Quiet at the minute. CQ20 calling CQ on 20 meters. This is Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. QRZ. CQ20 calling 20 meter band. Mexico 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Mexico 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sugar, QRZ. Go again, please. Yeah, you come up a bit then. I still haven't got the call. I do apologise. Can you just give it to me a couple of times, please? Yeah, Roger. I just changed antennas. It's a little bit easier to get you there. Delta Foxtrot number 9, Lima, Washington, I believe. This is Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Nice to meet you, Wolfgang, and thanks for coming back to the call. I was beaming towards the west. Now I've just switched to the vertical. Is that any better there? Go ahead. Yeah, Roger, I think you mean the station up there on 285. Yeah, I worked him a little bit ago there, and I managed to get in there. Not too difficult, but I'm not hearing too many other people, so I just thought I would put a call out and see what the conditions of the band are in. But you're coming up to 5 and 7 with a bit of QSB, a little bit of QSB, but getting you in there about 5-7 at the peaks. And like I say, I'm running a vertical antenna just at the minute there, and about 400 watts going into it. So yeah, my name's Simon, Sierra, India, Mike Oscar, November, and the QTH this side is in a city called Bradford in Yorkshire, England. So back to you, Wolfgang. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. Delta Fox 9, Lima Whiskey, Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Better. Yeah, many thanks indeed, Wolfgang. I do appreciate you giving me a call. Not sure if it's going to be quiet or whether we'll get a few more, but we'll give it a shout and see what's going on. But lovely to have met you tonight, and hope you had a great weekend and have a lovely week ahead there. So get some good sleep. I know you're 1 hour in front. 73 Wolfgang, thanks for the QSO. Delta Fox 9, Lima Whiskey, Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar. Good night, my friend. Yeah, thanks, my friend. Bye-bye. So, Wolfgang in Germany. Anybody else receiving? This is Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, QLZ on 20. Stay on the vertical a couple of minutes. CQ on 20 meters. This is Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, listening by. Okay, one last shout on the vertical, then I'm flicking back to the beam. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar, listening. Yeah, great signal. Oscar, Zulu, 3, Denmark, something. I missed the last one there, but good copy. Thanks for coming back. My name's Simon, and the call is Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, over.
Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, this is Oscar, Zulu, 3, Yankee Tango. Okay, I just heard you when I was dialing through. Excuse me.
He's got the same cough as me.
I decided just to give you a call to see how you're coming over there. I'm using an experimental style 3-element cubical quad. I'm working on it most.
I think I'll turn the beam around actually.
In the daytime. I'm benching now. I also about to put on 2 elements for 40 meters, which I will be trying out a couple of days from now. I have tried it before, but Storm took the whole contraption and put it down on my my apple tree.
That's better.
It's all over again mostly. So, but now I'm using a 3-element cubical quad, and I'm having an amplifier here also, and ACOM 1011, and my exciter is
Wow, should check his amplifier out on
the
QRZ.
name is Tom, John for Thomas. So the mic back to you over
Great
there.
looking station.
50, Yankee Kilo Sierra, this is OZ3YT. You are 5 and a 9, 5 and a 9 here, go ahead.
Yeah, QSL Tom, well, I'm hoping I'm a little bit stronger now because I just flicked over to the beam and spun it round in your direction to give you a proper signal report. And your 20 dB solid copy sounding fantastic, beautiful clear audio and a really respectable signal. And I'm looking at QRZ right now. I can see you've got some good equipment there. Love the amplifier, some nice photographs of the inside of the amplifier, and obviously love the picture of it on the profile page on the desk there. Looks great. So yeah, cool pictures, and thanks for shouting me tonight there. Appreciate it. You're coming through beautiful. 5x9 plus 20, and I was actually on a vertical antenna. I was originally beaming to the west, but I think bands aren't so fantastic, so I just thought I'd spin it round in your direction on the beam, and it's brought you right up. But you were 5 and 9, no problem on the vertical, but now you're obviously very strong. So hopefully that's a bit better your side. And yeah, the QTH this side is in West Yorkshire, a few miles north of Bradford, and we're about 600 feet up on the side of a hill, a place called Welding. And I'm running a small mini beam MA5B from Cushcraft, and running out about 400 watts from a Russian GI7B ceramic valve amplifier from the FT1000 Mark V field. And yeah, been playing on the IOTA, I'm sure you have as well. I'm not sure if I worked you, but maybe you haven't, I don't know. But I had 1 or 2 contacts through the weekend. So just getting a bit more in before it's time to pull the plug. Hi. Back to you, Thomas, and great to meet you. Oscar Zulu 3 Yankee Tango from Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra.
Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra, this is OZ3YT. I forgot to write your new name down. What's your name again? Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem, Thomas. It's Simon, Sierra, India, Mike, Oscar, Norway. Over.
Okay, Simon. I wrote it down here now, so I can remember it. Okay, yes, thank you for a nice report, and you also have a very, very good modulation, very good understandable modulation, I should say. Very good single sideband voice. So this is all okay between our stations, and I can understand that you're using now the 3 element. I'm not sure that this Cushcraft is only maybe 2 elements, maybe 3 elements.
Yeah, it's 3.
So,
evening to you, Steve, mate. We're on 20 meters, 261.
The high gain antenna here, but I took it down because it was a used one, and it tends to be a little bit out in a bad order in some of the bands, so I have to open it up and see if I can do something to it. Not because I'm going to use it in the future, but I like to do such kind of work outside. So, and yes, this experiment here, this is a foldable. This is a quad, a foldable quad, which means that I can fold the elements along the boom, and I can with my tilt over mast, my folder, my tilt mast, I can put the whole contraption down on the top of my roof in a suspension there. So when the storm comes, I can have it down there under control.
That sounds pretty neat to
so
me.
All the 3 elements is laying down there. Also the 40 elements, 40 meter elements. Why it's a kind of contraption, you can imagine. So I'm living here all alone because my wife died some years ago, and so that's why I can afford to make this sort of experiment. So the mic back to you, and see if you're still copying me over there in Yorkshire. Thank
Certainly
you for
do.
a nice report.
Blasting through.
Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra, this is OZ3YT. Go ahead, Simon.
Yeah, QSO, we're certainly copying you really well, Thomas. So, by the way, I just thought I'd better own up and let you know I'm live on the internet with the video. As we're talking, I've got it on YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel, and there's a few people watching, so I just thought I'd best put you in on the secret there. So your audio is sounding fantastic, and the signal is wonderful, 20 dB solid. So that antenna system is working well, and it sounds very interesting system. Being able to obviously get yourself out of trouble when the wind comes up with a great idea, an innovative idea. Sounds good. Well, I'm also into engineering, so I appreciate what you were saying there. I do a bit of welding and fabrication. That's my career. Well, I teach at a college. I'm a college teacher at a local college. I haven't been for a few months though, hi, with a lockdown. But normally that's what I do, and so I enjoy anything related to metalworking and things like that. So I would be very interested in the system you've built there. Sounds good. I've not quite got anything quite as fancy this side. And the MA5B, yeah, it's got 3 elements to it. Two driven elements and 1 reflector. And it has a couple of stars on each end capacitors on the end of the elements there. So it's quite a neat antenna. I've had it for a number of years now, and it does seem to do really well for the size of it. It's not particularly small really. They call it a mini beam, but it's still quite a large piece of kit. But the turning circle is fairly small. So the way I have my beam set up, it's on a homemade steel tripod with which is ground anchored and weighted down with a lot of rocks and stuff. But in an emergency I could move it if I had to. I'd have to just clear the stuff out of the way, but within an hour or two it could be moved. But then on that it has a mast connected to it. It's all pretty substantial tubing, it's not lightweight stuff. It's made out of about 45-50 mil diameter tube, steel tube, which I welded up and stuff myself there. So, and then the mast's aluminium, so that's quite light. But yeah, it stands only about 20 feet from the ground, but the garden itself is elevated, and we have a big drop at the bottom of the garden where the antenna is, and the houses, the neighbours' houses, they're at roof height on my garden base. So my antenna's above their roofs, so we don't have a problem with that. And with me being on top of a hill, or as we call it this side, a knoll, that's Kilo November Oscar Lima Lima, a knoll. It's a small hill next to another hill, and we've got a pretty good takeoff, so it doesn't have to be too high. But if I had it too high, I would have problems with the wind. My other antennas for VHF, they've they've both been repaired this week. One of them had a couple of cable ties broken on the coaxial feed with the last storm, so the feeder were hanging down. That's a satellite array, and then the vertical antenna that had worn the aluminium tubing out and was so rocking about every time the wind blowed. The securing nut had made a big hole there and worn a big circle, so it was a sloppy fit. So I had to repair all that. So yeah, we do get wind, but the beam itself is pretty well protected and not that high, but it seems to work okay. Obviously we always like to get it higher, but where it is, it's not annoying anybody, and it's working quite well for me, and not getting too much noise. So hopefully still getting me okay with a long over there. Back to you, Oscar Zulu 3 Yankee Tango from Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra.
Okay, Simon, Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra, this is O3YK.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm getting carried away.
Yeah, you are solid 5 and 9 all the time, even above. I think you are picking up to 5 and 9 plus 10 dB sometimes. It seems like there's some very rapid QSOs on the signal, right? And but you are doing a great job, and I think these 600 meters, I think you told me, help you...
Feet, not meters, I wish it was.
When you are elevated this high over the landscape, so it is a good idea to have such a QTHI. My QTHI is also very good for radio communication, because I do have a lot of water under, just 1 meter under the surface. There's a lot of water floating from a hill in the neighborhood, and the ground itself underneath here is carved the white things there. So and clay. So the water is floating in underneath the house here in the springs.
Ideal.
So
When you've got
it's very good,
a good water course.
radio ground here, because I do have a ground rod dry right down in the floating water down there. So it is a
That's
good thing.
excellent.
So it helps me a lot. I also have a long wire here, and to operate a long wire is absolutely necessary to have a good ground connection and a good ground rod.
I've not actually got any long wires this side.
Very good
Just a
with long
vertical,
wire.
which is a similar kind of
So
thing.
that's the situation here, Simon. It has been a pleasure working you. And with such a good signal you're sending to me over here, and seems like my antenna
Evening,
is
Barry.
working pretty good. I do make a lot of contacts to the South America area.
You want the volume turning up?
Brasilia and the islands down there also in the Caribbean, and so quite often, almost every day, I'm working stations down there. And one day, one night, I can tell you a very interesting experiment I made with an amateur down there in Brazil, and he was living in a relatively big house and a flat. He was living in a flat. I think there was 16th floor. On the 16th floor, and on the top of the house, he had a trailerman antenna there, and his name was Henry, and we made a very interesting experiment there, because he asked me if I could reduce my power out. So we started from 100 watt. I started from 100
So
watt
it's all
and
about
reduced it to 50 watt, and all the way down there. And he also reduced his power. So he went all the way down to 1 watt. Only 1 watt.
Wow.
And I could still read him here, 500.
Greetings to Oregon.
Availability 5 and
And hello to your
only
parents.
1 or something like that, but he was full readable. I was only able to reduce my power to 5 watts, but he was reading me down there 5 and 4, 5 and 4 with 5 watts.
Incredible.
So that's fantastic.
When conditions are right, it's possible.
It's good. You don't need all this power.
That's right.
Simon. So well, it is kind of late here now. We are 1 hour before you over there. So the time is now almost 12:30 in the night. So I have to hit the hay in the near future here. So I'll send the mic back to you for your final over there, and just thank you for a nice show, and hope to meet you very soon again. You have a very good signal here in Denmark. So the mic back to you over there in Yorkshire. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo 0. This is OZ3YT. Go ahead, Simon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Thomas. Well, fantastic signal. Like you said, a bit of QSB hitting you, but nothing that's spoiling it. You're still 20 dB over, and occasionally it does drop to 5.7 for about 1 second, and then zooms right back up to the 20 mark. So really good conditions, I would say, between us, and it has been quite good throughout the weekend into Oscar Zulu land. I've been working quite a few stations from Denmark. All the signals from your part of the world seem to be very, very good. So I'm not sure whether it's because you're a little bit further northern and you've got the aurora possibly with the ionospheric conditions helping. I don't know, or whether you just got superior station high. But yeah, fantastic sounding copy, and working extremely well from Denmark tonight. I'm really glad you gave me a shout, and I received on everything you said. And yeah, I love the experiments and trying these kind of things. That's why I was on the vertical when I was calling earlier. I like to flick between the various antennas and see which one does the damage, as the saying goes. It's quite often the case, one is a lot better than the other, and then as the day moves on and the band layers change, that one becomes not so good and the other one becomes better. So I've got the beam, I've got the vertical, I have a dipole for 80 and 40, and I've got a 20 meter delta loop as well. So we've got a few HF antennas to experiment with to keep the old mind going there. But yeah, all received on what you said about living by yourself. Obviously, sorry to hear you lost there, but I'm obviously happy to hear that you're making the most of and doing a lot of good things with ham radio. And I'm sure it's brilliant and keeps you occupied and meet a lot of nice people. So obviously, if you hear me again, I will be more than happy to pick up the mic and have another QSO with you. And with a signal like that, I can't see it being a problem. But yeah, it's sounding great. And I wonder, before you sign, I wonder if you tell me a bit about that amplifier, if you built it yourself or what power it is, because it looks a fine piece of kit on your profile picture. But yeah, I'm running a Russian one with a couple of ceramic valves, putting out about 400 watts. And like you say, when the conditions are in good shape, 5 watts is the way to go. I have got an FT817 QRP rig, so I'll have to plug that in one night and have a play on that. Oscar Zulu 3, Yankee Tango. Absolute pleasure to have a QSO with you tonight. From Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, back to you.
Okay, Simon, fine business. This is OZ3YT coming right back. At the moment, I'm not using my homebrew amplifier because it is still operative, but
so you built it yourself
I
then?
inherit a relatively modern amplifier, an ACOM 1011. This is quite a modern amplifier. I had an amateur friend, he died, he was 86, so he died suddenly, he fell down from on the floor and he passed away and I inherit all his gear because that was his son, he said
obviously
that
not too good for the guy.
Old amateur, I said I should have the whole thing because I have always took care of his antennas and
That sounds
his
like
equipment.
a nice thing.
He was shaking on
I'm sure he'll be happy knowing his equipment's in a good home.
so much work on this. So I was maintaining his antennas and so forth. So I inherit this modern ACOM amplifier which I'm using at the moment. So I'm putting out approximately 700 watt PEP here, I believe. But the amplifier you can see on your QSOs.com, this is a homemade one, and this is 2 813 tubes in
yeah, take a look at that one, Travis. His homebrew amplifier.
On the plate. And
OZ3 Yankee Tango.
To put out approximately 650 watts with a kilowatt input, and so this is what you can expect from a tube amplifier. So I have had much fun about using this homemade amplifier. And you can see also on the QSOs.com that my mobile rig there, this is the very old Fox Tango 7 Bravo transceiver. It's right. So and a homemade 300 watt PEP transistorized amplifier, and I'm using this equipment in my car. I'm very interested in mobile work, so I do a lot of mobile here in the summertime when I'm driving. I'm doing
can't beat mobiling, guys. It's good fun.
So that's the story from here, and as you could see on the QSOs.com also, I have been in aviation when I was working. I was a flight engineer or ground engineer also. Also on the old piston engine aircraft, you can see the picture I'm tracking around with an old DC-6 up in Greenland. I've also worked a lot of nicest on the helicopters, all kinds of helicopters, big and small, and
very interesting guy.
I pensioned for many years ago, so I'm not doing this kind of job anymore. So, but now I'm experimenting with antennas and radios and.
Sounds great.
So,
No, he's got a fantastic audio.
It's a great hobby, as I think you have found out also, because you can no matter what you lose your mobility, you can still talk to in the radio and having fun with talking to your friends around in the world. So
Definitely.
this is a good
Fantastic hobby.
This is a good hobby to have. Also because
become a
you
ham,
have to use
congrats
your
and
brain
welcome.
a little bit more than maybe the average people does.
If you're going to be a ham in the future, good
So
luck.
73 to you, Simon, and it has been a pleasure. Hope very much to meet you again. I'm on the radio mostly here from
I'm glad it's nice to have a
10
pat.
o'clock in the night until this time here we have now.
I'm kind of jealous.
And so you can probably hear me on 20 meters here in the late evening. So I look forward to see you again and switch the mic back to you in Yorkshire. You're doing a great job over there, Simon, no problem. So Mike 0, Yankee Kilo 0, this is OZ3YT. Bye-bye and good night.
Yeah, QSL Tom, fantastic. Well, I got everything you said throughout the entire QSO. There was no problem at any point whatsoever. So your station is 100% fantastic, working for you. And I love the pictures. Yeah, I've just been looking again at the amplifier and the mobile. Really impressive kind of antenna tuning system you've got there, or whatever I can see in the box. It looks good. And obviously I love the picture of the aircraft, Greenland Air. That sounds really awesome, and I can imagine you've had some extremely exciting times with the helicopters and the aircraft. I've actually flown a couple of light aircraft myself as a boy. Well, I'm not a boy, I'll say a teenager, when I used to be in the Air Cadets, which is a part of the Air Force for the a bit like Scouts, but for older guys who are considering getting involved in that. So I was in that for 5 years, and got to fly a couple of light aircraft and a couple of gliders, but nothing amazing like what you've been doing, but experienced a little bit, so did enjoy it. But obviously you've had a lifetime of it, so fantastic job, very exciting, and yeah, adrenaline flow, I should imagine, was great. I like motorcycles, and I was talking to, I have a motorcycle, by the way, I've got a few, and I've got a very powerful motorcycle, one of them, with a lot of brake horsepower and very little weight. And I was talking to a Royal Air Force pilot who told me that the motorcycle I ride is the next best thing to fighting a fighter jet for the adrenaline flow when you hit the throttle there. So yeah, I'm just going off it a bit, but yeah, good stuff. But yeah, thanks very much for the QSO. All received on it be after 12:30 now. It'll be 12:33 in Denmark in the morning. So great to have met you, and I'm sure we'll pick things up again real soon. So keep the hobby up. Obviously guys like yourself are the sort of guys we love talking to with all the interesting stories, and hopefully I'll have a few for you myself next time we pick a QSO. Oscar Zulu 3 Yankee Tango. Thanks very much indeed from myself and all the guys on board the live stream that is watching, and you have a great evening, have a good sleep, and we'll catch you soon. From Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra. Best 73, Tom.
Yeah, best 73 to you over there, and stay safe over there in the UK, and good night from OZ3YT.
Yeah, many thanks. Really enjoyed the QSO. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good one. Beautiful. Just have a quick listen.
Okay, there's a bringer in there. Yes, you are coming in here 5 and 7, 5 and 7.
Yeah, Pat, you've got me jealous over there with the sunshine.
Go ahead.
Lima Romeo Bravo.
Mike 7, Lima Romeo Bravo, I believe it is. I
heard him in there. Yeah. He's a little bit weak, but I'm not sure if you're on the stream.
I remember it.
Yes, we heard him in there.
3YT, Oscar Zulu 3 Yankee Tango, Oscar Zulu 3 Yankee Tango. How do you copy over there?
So yeah, I had my 11 meter radio tuned in a bit, Steve. I just listened for a little while earlier. I could hear some French guys calling for Brazil. And well, it's not 11 meter radio, but obviously it was tuned to that frequency. I've not listened for a while, but I thought I'd give it a shot this evening. Listening.
Okay, Okay, what was the question again? Go ahead.
Because Steve's telling me he's heard a bit of Denmark on 11, that's why I said that. But I don't operate on there myself, guys.
Okay,
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
This is the northwest coastline of Denmark, the mainland.
Cool.
Jutland,
So yeah, you've got some relatives in Copenhagen. That's Pat W1DUK in Oregon. And some Irish relatives as well. Very good. I've got some Irish relatives too, actually.
I spell for you Tango Hotel India, Sierra Tango Echo Delta, Houston. And this is approximately 15 kilometers from the North Sea, from the border of the North Sea.
So yeah, I'm not sure whether or not this is stalling my frequency, but I don't mind. I'll hang about a bit and see what happens.
And, 8 degrees east, go ahead.
Yeah, Steve's saying he's had a bit of Brazil on his 11-metre band. I can remember when I used to operate on there, well, probably about 20 years ago, I used to get Brazil every night. It used to be a really good place to get. Well, I do now, obviously, just about on 20 metres. But on 11, it used to come through great. It used to be one of the best signals. Back in my day, as Charlie India 631, I worked Caribbean. Yeah, I think Martinique, St. Lucia, all South America. So yeah, we're good on a few states, guys. I even worked, obviously, a few guys I talked to on the handbands now. I'm not hearing the guys now. Yeah, a long time since I've been on that band, with that call sign. But I used to love it, so I won't deny it. It was a good thing to do, and some of you guys watching enjoy it. And it's a great way to get into the handbands if that's what you want to do.
This is a little bit more south than
a lot of radiometers have come from that route.
And, so I think maybe you're coming later. You're 5 and 6.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be getting a few streams from Steve when he gets his license.
Very rapid QS maker, so I think there might be also QSP on my signal or with you, and but you are still readable all the time when you never disappeared. But
so I hope you're okay down there in London, Barry. Thanks for getting in there. If you're still on the side, just checking out.
On my S-meter. So you're doing fine with your 50 watt. I think you said you use only 50 watt. So yes. So the mic back to you, and what my signal report is, I think it was 5 and 7. Go ahead.
So I'll give a few shout outs whilst I'm just listening on here. We've got Abdul in there, down Nottingham. How are you doing, my friend? There's Antonio, Tim, G5TM, Dave over there, my friend in Lincolnshire, Dave, M0YKS. He's been sat in this very seat in the shack. Not many radiometers have visited, but he's been here.
5 and 9 now. Are you only using
Pierre.
50 watt now? Go ahead.
Hang on a minute, I'll get back to it. I'm getting excited. So evening to Travis, Johnny, Mosley, Barry, obviously. Evening to Fran over there in I think it's Teesside or Middlesbrough in that direction.
You're up to 5 and 9.
Tony Garner, Odd Hanson. Evening to Eddie Hatherell. Hope you're doing well. I've seen you in a lot of videos and stuff. Thanks for all the likes and that. And my friend Fred over there stateside with a new cool call sign. Forgot on it, but I know it's LZY. I'm trying to think. I know it's a cool one. You can tell me. Evening to Kev, M6 Kev up on the East Coast with a nice new puppy. Looks like a nice dog. Best say evening to the missus, M3TLL, I know she's watching. Evening to Wes up there in Ilkley, or is it Skipton? Anyway, evening buddy with the Harley. Evening to my old mate Keith, Biscuit Barrel. Evening to Pierre over there, Canada. Nigel Brooks, good evening. Kevin Kerr, another regular. Nice to see Mandy in there. Joined us the live stream group from, I think he's from Yorkshire, I believe.
Sure, but you're in the neighborhood.
Another Yorkshire operator.
So you're
Michael, Team Malloy.
You have a beautiful modulation,
Mitch,
I should say, also. So,
and of course Katie in there. So yeah, great to see you all.
To be sorry about.
Not forgetting
and also,
Tim.
I think the conditions is pretty good between the
One voice at a time. Sorry.
But it's all a matter of
Well, he's still in the frequency, Tim. I'm just waiting for it to finish and I can get back on.
Have the good conditions, I believe. In the night time here, we
So I think I might sign off and let him have it. So I've got my frequency jack there, guys. But it's okay. There's plenty of frequencies to go around. But obviously not that many people. So I think 20 meters is pretty quiet. I'm not going to really bother shouting out here. Let's have a listen somewhere else. So yeah, that was quite a nice signal from Denmark. Nice to meet Italy Oscar 64 square in there. Good evening, Michael. So a bit of France coming through on 40. So pretty quiet on 40. I reckon 80 metre will be busy. We'll find out.
Lovely signal. There's another lad on there with this, whose profile I just can't remember, but his name's Mark. There was 2 Marks, but there's another Mark on here at present.
So yeah, 8 meters is in excellent shape tonight.
Yeah, good evening, Tony.
So perhaps I'll put a couple of shouts and see if we can get Barry down there, who's on the side. So I'll listen down 740 for a little while, see if it's clear. I'll just set my amplifier up at the same time. So what you got to do, if you've just joined me and not seen me do it before, you have to turn your power down. Best bet's to see whether the frequency is in use. Is this frequency in use? M0YKS is asking. Is the frequency in use? M0YKS asking. So there's nothing going on there, so I can tune my amplifier without getting on anybody's nerves. So I generally put it on CW. I turn the output power to about 10 watts, 5 to 10 watts, and I'm just a little bit high there, about 15. So I'll drop that right down, and then I generally set my tune and load settings on the amplifier in advance. I have a cheat sheet, which is a piece of paper on the wall, and basically do it like this. So I'm going to key up now and reduce the amperage for the anode side to the minimum and increase the relative output to get the correct power. Sounds complicated, it's not. So now I'm going to turn the power up to give me a little bit more without blowing my amp up. Just double check it. Check my SWR, and we're looking good. So we're on a lower sideband, and we'll see how we get on. And Barry, that's Barry, that tuning up right now. G6 JMX, I think it's a call. Is the frequency used M0YKS? He's asking.
No, go ahead, Simon.
Ah, great stuff. Who's that? It's M0YKS.
Yeah, just watching a live stream, mate. Thanks, John, this way. Q changes in Glossop, and the call sign is Golf 0 Delta Tango X-ray, Roger.
Yeah, fantastic copy, John. Golf 0 Delta Tango X-ray, is that correct?
Yeah, Roger, mate. Yeah, you're 20 over name, Simon, over.
Yeah, Roger, I'll just get you written down so I don't forget. But yeah, fantastic. Great to have you in there, and thanks very much indeed for watching, John. And you're absolutely cracking through. I haven't looked at the S-meter yet, just type it in there, but I will do. And I know for sure it's a full N-scale signal, and the audio sounds fantastic up here near Bradford. And thanks for waiting for me there and giving me a quick shout. G0DTX, M0YKS.
M0YKS, G0DTX.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was watching a stream, and you went so far to 80. I thought, right, I'll take my chance and give you a shout. Yeah, I've been a subscriber, mate, for years.
Good lad.
I came back on the Ambands in 2012. And I started looking around YouTube, basically, because everything's changed on the bands. New call signs, digital mode, you name it. And I got myself an 847, FT847.
Very nice.
And I came across your work in satellites. And I started following you. Next minute, you're at the caravan. A RAV4, I think it was, the car.
That's right.
It had the versal on the back, on the bumper.
Yeah, a red RAV with a Hustler vertical.
At the Q chase now, I can't remember the name of it. It's in the garden, and the different DX machines, and I'm quite sad when Dudley passed away. It's mad, mate.
You and me too.
To be quite honest, I've worked quite a few YouTubers. It's part of the hobby now, mate. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
M0YKS, Germany 0 Delta Tango X-ray.
Alright, excellent, John. Well, thanks very much for that information. You put a few smiles on my face, and a few fond memories came back to me there. And yeah, you're obviously a true fan and follower for years, and I do appreciate it. And obviously there's a lot of guys like yourself, and some of them are watching now, so I might not sound it, but I really am appreciative of it all. And sometimes I kind of take it for granted and forget to thank everybody. So thanks very much, my friend, and for being there. And this is what it's all about. But yeah, great. I'm glad that you came back anyway and decided to get into the hobby, because you're sounding great. You've obviously got it mastered, and it's obviously been a good few years since you've got back into it. But your signal's 40 dB, 30 dB, solid, and the audio is absolutely fantastic at my end. And I'm running the dipole at the moment, the fan dipole. We switched over to that, and I've got about, looking at the meter, 300 watts going out, so I'm not really kicking too much power out, and pushing about 15 out of the radio. But yeah, wonderful. And yeah, that's exactly it, the red RAV4 with the Hustler vertical on the back, full size. And that was probably the most popular video I ever made. That's, believe it or not, I'm sure that's 2006. And it's mainly because I was young and daft, and looked like I were about to get an electric shock, but from the close cables proximity there. But actually they weren't as close as it looked on the video. It was a camera trick, but it didn't have to get a lot of views, hi. But yeah, well, I've still got a RAV4, a silver one, or the missus drives that, and obviously I've still got that Hustler vertical. I was on it earlier, so that's a great advertisement, knowing that it still works all them years later. I did repair it though, it got bent, and I've since replaced the tube just recently, the bottom section, as you probably know anyway. But yeah, great to hear you, and all received on catching a few other guys that are just as crackers as myself there. But yeah, it makes it a bit of fun, and obviously makes it fun for me when I can get someone like yourself who's watching and then gives me a shout. Makes it all the more fun and all the more worthwhile. But yeah, beautiful copy, working really well up to Bradford. G0DTX M0YKS.
M0YKS, G0DTX. Yeah, fine business, mate. At the present moment in time, I'm
M0YKS, evening.
I use the Expert 1K. The transceiver is the ICOM 7800, and the microphone is exactly the same as yours, the high gold line.
Saludos to Chile.
A G5RV.
Charlie Echo 3 JBD. 73.
In the GAN, I just use it for 1840. I've got an inverted L for top band, which on Facebook the other day you made a mention. I come first in the UK on top band. The YouTube, mate, I think it's actually fantastic. It's a lot easier if you've got a radio you want to look at, you want something programming for D-Star or Fusion or whatever. It's there, and I think it's a service that people like yourself that are doing to educate people like yourself.
M3IAO.
I think it's about 250 people I follow on YouTube.
On Monday.
They're all radio amateurs. But
And the
there's all
dogs.
different facets of this hobby, so you learn a bit, and you give the thumbs up and all that carry on. If it's not your cup of tea, you move on to the next thing. But I've learned a hell of a lot, and a lot of people that I know, mate, like I said, to get a new radio, especially the don't know how to program it.
Hey up, Andy Man from Huddersfield, I think.
Reading it on Google, just look on YouTube and follow the video. I think it's great, mate. So anyhow, there you go. I'm glad I called with you, Looker. It's nice to have a chat. So I'll let you carry on, mate, to see if you can work a few more. But yeah, it's been an honour, mate, and a privilege.
Likewise.
M0YKS, Germany 0, Delta Tango X-ray.
Oh, thanks, Paul. I don't want to be sounding, I'm going to be kind of cracking up in a minute, but yeah, thanks very much for the flowers. I appreciate it, John. It's a pleasure to meet you, and thanks a lot for coming in and making yourself be known. And you're coming through great, and all the guys are loving it on the other end of the stream. As you can see, there's someone's liking you straight away. So thanks a lot, and a fantastic sounding station, really coming through crystal clear, and absolutely a pleasure to listen to. So working very well indeed. I'm sure we'll be getting you again and again and again. Now we've made the acquaintance, and it'll be interesting to see if I can get you on 40 next time. I didn't actually put a call out, did I? Just a quick listen and decided to come straight down here. But yeah, well, I'm sure we'll make it again, because that is a great copy, and very nice to have met you and found a bit about who's on the side there. So keep yourself on known to us, and don't be a stranger, and we'll look forward to working you real soon. Thanks for the shout. Got you in my log anyway, and if you do want a QSL card or like that, obviously I'll send you one. I've got a few anyway, but I'm not a massive QSL fan, but if anyone ever wants one, I've got some. So yeah, great stuff. And you have a great evening, what's left of it, about 5 minutes I think, and then we'll be hitting midnight, or 7 minutes, and I should be back throughout the week, so if you do hear me, give me another shout. Obviously check yourself out on the vid, you'll be very impressed with the quality of your signal. G0, DTX, M0YKS, thanks for shouting us, and 73.
Yeah, cheers, you're 30 over, by the way, the last report, you actually peaking eyes, so the band's in good condition. 73, G0, DTX.
Yeah, I think you're coming through so well, I don't think you could get any better. Thanks a lot, G0, DTX, M0YKS.
Mike, India 0, Victor, Kilo, Oscar.
Wow, another big signal. Mike, India 0, Victor, Kilo, Oscar. Thanks for the shout. You're another strong signal. Give you a report next time round. You probably know the name. It's Simon, and the location is north of Bradford. Back to you from M0YKS.
Okay, Simon. Very good night, dear. A beautiful signal. It's 5 9 plus about 25, 9 plus 25.
Wow, great conditions tonight.
Delta Alpha Victor Echo. Located in the small village of Rossley, Radio Oscar Sierra Lima Echo Alpha in County Fermanagh, about 100 kilometres southwest of Belfast, just right on the border with the Republic of Ireland. Running here on ICOM, IC 756 Pro 3, 400 watts from an Ameritron AL811H.
Beautiful shot.
Is an 80 metre double bazooka, up around 7.5 metres. And the microphone is an SE Electronics SE 2200. That's going into a UR6QW. You get band EQ and then the front of the microphone sucker on the radio. So nothing overly complicated there, Simon. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mike India 0 Victor Kilo Oscar. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you just put a smile on my face there because I was just looking at your picture, your profile picture, as you said there, and obviously a fantastic looking station, beautiful looking shack, and really nice, organised and set up really well. Very pleasing to the eye. But yeah, the audio is superb, fantastic quality signal. If all conditions and band and copies were like this, well, everybody be using ham radio. Absolutely perfect. BBC quality. And 30 to 40 over with no QSB. I think the band is probably the best I've heard it for quite a long time, personally, for Inter G anyway. And yeah, lovely job, working super from Ireland, and great to make the contact this evening. I'm not sure if you know that I'm putting it out on YouTube, so if you want to catch your own signal report in the flesh, as it were, you can obviously look me up and find out the link and the rest of it there. It's just on YouTube, put my call sign in. But yeah, great copy. And beautiful to work here for the first time, I do believe, in Northern Ireland. And I'm just a few miles north of Bradford, about probably about 7 miles to the north, halfway up Baildon Moor hilltop, about 600 feet ASL, and we're putting around about 300 watts into a homemade fan dipole 8040, and that's up at around probably about 30 feet in a flat straight line. Is the 80 metre section, and the 40 metre hangs below it in an inverted V, and we've got it in a straight line running down the garden, reasonable length of garden there. I've got a few other antennas up, but obviously that's what I'm on at the minute there. But yeah, great signal and fantastic sounding audio. You've got it set perfect. Hopefully I'm coming through okay as well. It's an FT1000 Mark 5 field, the MP, driving about 15 watts into the amplifier, which is a couple of GI7B ceramic valves. For some reason, I always have to look at it when I'm saying that. I know what it is, but it's just force of habit there. From M0YKS, I'm using a GM5 studio mic. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah, okay, Simon. Absolutely rock solid copy. Sounding absolutely fantastic. Okay, Simon, there's going to be lots of stations looking there.
Oh yeah, I can see you in there on the chat.
I'll say 7-3. The whole family's heading off to bed here, so it's time I was in the 4-poster as well. But
yeah, thanks, Dave.
Great to hear you, Simon. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mike India 0 Victor Kilo Oscar. Good night, Simon. God bless. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dave. I appreciate you giving me a shout. Really nice to meet you tonight, and hopefully we'll do it again soon. And fantastic signal. M0YKS. Thanks a lot from M0YKS. Good night and all the best.
God bless, Simon. Bye-bye.
Golf 6, Mike X-ray.
Hi there, Barry. Golf 6, Juliet, Mike X-ray. Very nice signal, very good conditions between us tonight, Barry. Over.
Yeah, I've got their QSB down my end, and on the sad note there, Simon, I think we all this Saturday, and try, poor old Daddy, on this thing.
Oh yeah, my old dog, Dudley.
On another note, have you ever done any art welding? Not art welding, art welding, right?
Yeah, I've not used the RF welding technique yet. I could imagine it'll be very high frequency stuff. I've done TIG welding, obviously, which is high frequency, if that's what you mean. We call that TIG welding, tungsten inert gas welding, and that uses high frequency. We use a tungsten electrode and quite a few amps, and that basically jumped from the electrode to the metal plate. Is that the one you mean there, Barry? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's the one, Simon. Yeah, because I know somebody that did RF welding. I just wondered if you did it.
Yes, I'm coded in it. Yeah, Roger, I'm a coded TIG welder and also a welding inspector. I'm coded in MIG, TIG, MMA and flux cord welding, which is basically all the 4 welding processes which are commonly used in industry at the minute there. I have to be currently coded to be able to test the other guys that come in, because I obviously have to demonstrate sometimes if they're learning, because obviously I work at college. But the guys that I generally do the codings with are all in the industry and can usually do it, so it's a case of them coming in and undergoing a test, and then I'll chop it up, inspect it, and or send it off to the laboratory for x-raying and stuff like that. But that's one part of the job. Obviously I teach all the youngsters how to weld all day long, so yeah, TIG welding is one of my things, and this particular mic stand that I'm holding in my hand now, Barry, that was TIG welded up together, and it's made out of TIG welding wire, which so that's the type of welding that you're on about. You kind of got me going when you said RF welding. I thought you were pulling my leg a little bit, because obviously there's no such term. I didn't think there was, but I figured you knew something I didn't. So I just thought it must be a brand new type of welding come out that I've not known about, which operates on very high frequency. But then I figured, no, maybe he's talking about TIG welding, because that works on HF, which is obviously not HF like this, but it's just high frequency, and it's just the electricity travelling. Well, it works on alternating current and direct current. You use the direct current for most materials, such as mild steel, normal metals, and stainless steel. And for aluminium, with it being a different kind of conductive material, you've got to use alternating current, and also with it being a different temperature, because it melts at a different temperature. So that's all TIG welding. But yeah, I do it all the time. Very nice type of weld. It's very neat, and it's very strong, and it's very commonly used for pipe welding when they do what we call a root weld of a pipe, and then they cap it with one of the other processes, such as what you mentioned earlier, arc, usually, or occasionally they can use flux core, which is like MIG. So there you go, there's your welding lesson for tonight there, Barry. Great copy, sounding very nice, audio's superb as usual, and very respectable 5x9 plus 20 to 30 signal. G6JMX from M0YKS.
M0YKS. It's certainly, yeah, okay, fine, Simon. Yeah, that's very interesting what you do there. I just wondered if you did the RF welding as well. And that's, the other station is at the, another station, Dave, he's coming over to me at 5.9+20 as well.
Great stuff. Yeah, definitely good band conditions.
I'll keep it in, Simon, and start to talk to you again. And I hope the family's all well. So I'll pass it back to you. M0YKS, Golf 6 Mike X-ray. Cheers, Simon.
Yeah, no problem at all. Always a pleasure. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, you're another guy that I've met through YouTube and the blog, the ham radio blog that I've been doing since 2006. I know that you're one of the followers of that, and the website, because I remember reading all the comments for quite a few years, and obviously thinking one of these days we'll be making a contact. And the past few months, well, I don't know how many times we've done it, but it's been absolutely superb. So brilliant to be able to get you in the log reliably on a regular basis. Keep up the good work and keep giving me a shout. I appreciate it every time. And the kids are doing well. The two dogs are doing well. They're sat here now. Well, they're both fast asleep, to be honest, Barry. I dragged the kids, the family, out on a massive walk today. Well, it wasn't massive. It was a good 3-mile walk, which included climbing up a bit of a mountain around the local QTH, and then making our way around the kind of estate and down through a local park and back home. So not a park as in swing and slide, as in nature park, an old school Victorian type of thing with a few sculptures in. So it was a very pleasant afternoon, but as a result of it, both dogs haven't moved ever since. So they're both zonked, and they're only young dogs. They're about 3.5 years old now. So yeah, we all miss Dudley. Obviously thanks for mentioning there. And it's good 3 years since he left us, 3.5 years, but we still got fond memories of him, obviously, and his pictures on the wall. So he was the original DX hound. But yeah, thanks for calling in, and we'll catch you probably another night. G6JMX M0YKS.
Okay, Simon, many thanks. Catch you later. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Bye-bye. Anybody else buy? This is Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra. Oh. Hotel Romeo Delta. Is it Mike Whiskey 0? Yeah, Roger Chris, I thought I had it correct. I just kind of didn't get it at first, but then my kind of brain kicked in and I thought, I'm sure that was Mike Whiskey. But nice to hear you, Chris, and nice to know there's a fellow motorcyclist on the band there, looking at the pictures, and it looks like you're a stroke mobile type of guy as well on the motorcycle. That's something I've not done yet. I have been kind of threatening to do it for years, but I never actually got my finger out and tried it. But yeah, great looking picture, great looking bike, great looking place to ride a bike. I wonder where that was taken. Just obviously looking at QRZ.com, and I think it's possibly the first time we've worked, and reading your profile, you're a Yorkshire man in Wales, so that's even better. MW0 Hotel Romeo Delta, good signal. You'll get a report on the next one. M0YKS. Back to you, Chris. Yeah, I've got that the same.
On the VFR and the other bike's my son's. He got his after me. He copied everything off me. I don't know what it is with him, mate. Yeah, the view there, we're up on the top of where the old ironworks used to be there. Just on the top going towards what is called Glen Harbour. Looking towards Brecon in that direction. If you look at that picture, straight ahead would be towards Brecon, and to the flash to the right would be Abergavenny.
Sounds very nice for bikes.
There's a funny shaped mountain, I think, in that picture. It's a bit like a pyramid. Well, that's called Sugarloaf Mountain. Yeah, everybody likes to judge it like that. Yeah, I was just listening to you talking there about the welding. I did all my welding. I've still got my coding, my coded certificates, mate. Not much good to me anymore now. Time in March, my date is 1989. Anyway, I think welding was only crucial to it when I was for stick welding and MIG welding, all that.
Yeah, probably Oxford settling as well, hi. Yeah, I'm a similar kind of era, or whatever, similar kind of vintage, or something like that. Is that what they call it? But yeah, I first started welding from school, actually. I tried a bit of stick welding, a bit of arc welding, or we call it manual metal arc now. But back then we used to just call it stick welding. And obviously a lot of people still do, but I have to use the correct terminology when I'm teaching the youngsters, try to get it to stick a little bit. Do you get it? I just thought I'd put a joke in there. But yeah, it's good stuff, Chris. I remember it well. Obviously learning back then, it were a little bit different. Some of the equipment, obviously a lot bigger, a lot heavier, oil-filled sets and that, which you couldn't really carry about. And these days, it's like ham radio. The welding equipment has moved on. And we have now got inverter sets, shoulder straps on them, and I've got one myself. I've got a little inverter set for MIG and an inverter set for TIG, so both of them are small units and can be transported around. The MIG set is it's called a mini MIG. It's a Kempe mini MIG, a very good quality welding set. It's like the Icom or Yaesu of welders, and this manual metal arc is a Mescher Grecium, which is a German manufacturer, no longer operating by that name, but a quality piece of kit. And yeah, great pieces of kit these days. And obviously we've still got some of the old school stuff, not much of it now, lying around college thinking about it. We're mainly kitted out with all the latest gear. Just bought a lot of Chinese sets, believe it or not. We've got what we call Lincoln Electric, they're good equipment from America. We've got Kempe, we've got EWM from Germany, and then we've got probably about 4 or 5 of these Jasic Chinese inverter sets, which are pretty good, to be fair, for the money. So yeah, there's some good bits of gear around, and all received on the codings. Well, obviously it's nice to be to have, and from an employment point of view, it opens a lot of doors. So worth keeping and keeping up to date. MW0 Hotel Romeo Delta M0YKS. Back to you. And I wonder whereabouts in Yorkshire you originate from.
Oh, lots of places in Yorkshire, mate. Yeah. I was born in Barnsley. My father was a miner, and then my mother separated from him and married a farmer. So we moved around different farms. I've lived in Thoroughbridge. I've lived in a little place called Fulbridge. I've lived in Goole. I've lived in Hull. I've lived in York.
You've been about.
In Wales, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I used to work for a company many years back called GRM Engineering, and then I worked for another company in York. I think they're still going. They were called Porter Silos. We used to weld together big silos, you know.
There's a few welders on this channel. M0YKS is a welder as well, like you, Dave.
Welders you're talking about. We used to use them, and we used to have like a push-pull, like a compressed air-driven handset, you know, and you could pull on the cable to pull it through, you know, on the wire. The wire we were using was very thick, you know. We used to use iron powder rods as well.
Oh yeah.
When I think back, I used to breathe all that
fumes.
smoking from them. It was thick black smoke, you know, from the big thick rods, you know. We used to like weld in the doorways in the top of the thing. I tell you what though, the thing with that job is, you still end up with stuff lying around the countryside that you made, and it's quite a nice thing.
Yeah.
I was telling one of the boys at work, I worked as a bus driver for the last 10 years for Space Church, and I was saying to one of the boys, he's coming from Oxford, and I said to him, I made some steel rock gates for down here Oxford somewhere. I made them when I worked for National River Association, a company called Amplifier Engineering. And I said I built this bridge called, on the drawing it was called a uplift bridge. And he came back to me with these photographs on Facebook. And he said, "You used the bridge?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Is this the lock?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, it's, yeah." He said, "I know where that is." He said, "I'm taking a pub right on the side where that lock is." And he said, "Well, the bridge is in a little village called Thrupp." So, you know, I built them back in Rome, 1980.
A proud engineer of his work. That's how it goes when you make something, lasts a lifetime. It's done properly. Yeah, Roger, I know what you're saying there, and it is. It's, I mean, I used to work in industry, obviously, before I was a college teacher, and I go past the factory or the mill, which I used to be a maintenance engineer for, and there's a lot of jobs which I did back in, well, I left there in 1992, and the stuff's still there, so it's great to see your handiwork living on, even though you might change trades or jobs, and with a job like welding and fabrication or steel erecting or anything construction wise, obviously your mark is made and it's there for a long time, just like the Egyptians. Hi. not quite as good as them, but yeah, lovely to get you, Chris. I'm going to push on a bit because I'm going to be coming off shortly. I've been on for a good while and I want to just see if there's anybody else before I go 73 and stuff. But yeah, always great to speak to a fellow Yorkshireman, and even if he's living in Wales, hi. But yeah, I get down Wales a lot actually. Love Wales, especially on the motorcycle. Brilliant roads, lovely scenery, and I've done quite a lot of touring down there, especially around the north part, Lake Bala, and if I said it correctly, and all them places, and yeah, good times. And I've obviously spent a fair bit of time recently down there with the family in the van. I usually go every year. So yeah, nice to hear you from down there, and from Tredegar. I've heard of that place. And lovely to make the contact. You were 5x9, about +10 at times, not quite as strong as the other two guys, but strong enough, so I'm not complaining. Very nice copy indeed. And thanks very much for the QSO, and hopefully we'll pick it up again very soon and continue it. And obviously I'm coming from Barnsley. I know Barnsley quite well. I've got a friend who lives in Hoyland, and I've got a work colleague who lives I think somewhere in Barnsley, I forget the little village. Not Jump, yeah. No, he lives in Ireland and my other mate lives in Jump. If you know the two places, I'm sure you do. And in the meantime, yeah, I know Boroughbridge, obviously, been there, near Knaresborough. Know all the places you mentioned. Sound like you've been about and still doing so. So ride that bike safe, you and your son. Lovely picture, lovely scenery, and we'll have a QSO another evening if you hear me on. Back to you for a final, M0YKS, good call sign, Ham Radio Deluxe, from Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra.
Yes, Simon, Ham Radio Deluxe is changed over the years, mate. I got that call sign in year 2000 when I passed my license. It actually means HRD, Vincent Black Shadow, another motorbike.
Oh yeah.
Vincent HRD Black Shadow.
Yeah, they did 150 miles an hour.
There you go. That's life in it anyway. If you ever come down here on your bike, mate, you have to catch us up. Give us a shout on my...
Alex Alonso, 73.
And go for a bit of a ride. There's another lad who's an outrageous operator around here. We went out for a ride, all three of us the other day. Just to the museum of WA, got practice. So we went for a ride all around Chepstow and all of Forest Dean and everything. So that was a nice ride out, mate. Yeah, nice to talk to you. And hope to catch you again, mate. And the place I came from wasn't actually Barnsley, but nobody's ever heard of the place. You might have. I actually come from a little place called Woodwell.
Oh yes.
Just round the corner from Jump.
Of course.
Alright, mate, since 27th Street, I'll let you carry on. And,
I'm a proper Yorkshire lad.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I've been there, my friend. I know it. Yeah, one well. There's a G4YER. Do you know him?
No, I left there when I was 3 years old, mate. 3 years old and moved over to Bury Bridge. Well, really, Bridge. It was then called Amplifier. Moved around a lot. You know, I've got the weirdest accent.
I still got a bit of Yorkshire in there though.
When they ask him where he comes from and he says lots of places.
Yeah, Roger, fair enough. Christopher Lambert, Eat Your Heart Out. Yeah, I've seen the film. Yeah, good stuff, and yeah, good stories. And yeah, well, I knew you were a Yorkshireman anyway. I kind of could tell there. You had a familiar sounding voice. No, that's just a station who's around that area. Quite a popular one. I've not heard him for a while, but I used to get him a bit. I've heard him plenty back in the day. It was G4 Yorkshire Easy Radio, but I've not heard him for a bit, to be fair. But yeah, good stuff, and great to have met you, Chris, and keep the bike riding going. And obviously, I'm radio, and I received on the Vincent 1000 Black Shadow 150 mile an hour special. I know him well. I've welded up an engine on one, believe it or not. A guy when I years ago. They had a motorcycle restoration course running at college, and some of the old boys came in and they had a few parts they wanted. Well, I used to weld up the parts all day long, and one of them had a Vincent Fowl, wanted his engine block filling with aluminium because it started to pit on the bottom. So I did it for him. He were over the moon. He were about 90, and I saw him out on it. Good stuff. Catch you later, M0YKS, HRD M0YKS.
Doesn't change colour, mate, before it melts like soap and drifts away. That's an art in itself. Hey, look at Alan Milliard, mate. Alan Milliard, he puts extra cylinders on his bikes and that. He's on YouTube. Hey, he's a good alley welder. Alright, Simon, 7-3, mate. Catch you again.
Yeah, no problem. Great copy, and thanks for the shout. Yeah, well, it's not too bad. It's okay once you get into it, especially if you TIG weld it. It's very easy actually. You just got to get the speed of the rhythm. It's quick, and these days there's all these fancy settings on your set, pulse and dip and all the rest of it, and you can get the voltage to vary to and you can change the frequency of the arc and all sorts of stuff, the width of it and everything. So it's fantastic. Catch you later, M0YKS.
Yeah, 7-3, Simon. Ta-ra, mate. All the best, buddy.
Anybody else by the frequency? M0YKS listening? Mike 7, go ahead. Yeah, Roger, Jim. I just need if you just give me the suffix a couple of times. You're just a little bit quiet. I'm running a bit more power than you. So if you just give me it a couple of times, Jim, and I'll just get you in a log over. Oh, that were easy enough. Yeah, it came through no problem. M7MDD, correct? Yeah, Roger, great stuff. Oh, I'm getting you 5 and 9 actually. No problem whatsoever. When you first came in, you were a little bit of QSB the first couple of seconds, but then when you came back on that time, you came right up. So lovely to meet you, Jim, from down there, and good copy up to Baildon, which is a few miles to the north of Bradford, and I'm in West Yorkshire. So hopefully you're getting me okay, and I'm running about 300 watts into a full-size half-wave dipole, M7MDD from M0YKS. Evening, Keith. M1EMC. G0 DTX. Yep, QSL, but it's doing a job for 10 watts. Doing a great job actually, and you're working really well up to the county of Yorkshire. And I'm not sure how long you've been on the band, but you've got it working really well, and the audio's good. And I am actually running this live on YouTube, so there'll be a few people watching that are going to be taking the exam soon. and it'll be great from obviously realise that you can get up here on 10 watts with no difficulties. So congratulations, Jim. Thanks for giving me a shout, and if you do hear me on again, feel free to give me another one. And nice copy. M7MDD from Kent. This is M0YKS, and yes, the name is Simon, and the QTH is north of Bradford. Thanks for the QSO. Back to you, Jim.
Okay, thank you very much, Simon. Yes, right. How did the motor go? I've only been on air for a couple of weeks now. The boss of the other guy got to the front as well. You see the one for me. The 10 watt isn't bad. And yeah, and all those guys waiting for exams. Yeah, don't rush it. There's enough time. Go back and check the questions again before we say.
Good advice.
And it's great feeling getting that certificate and call time. Anyway, thank you very much for taking the call.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. M1EMC. We look forward to hearing from you.
I'll give you 73 for my YKS and 7MDD.
Well, a great advertisement for a new starter in the hobby. You're coming through fantastic, and a really great sounding signal for 10 watts. So congratulations, Jim. You've got it set up and working perfectly, and I'm glad that you've given me a shout. It's really nice to have met you and get you in the log. And just for information, we're over 200 miles apart, so that is a very nice contact. Take care, and do give me a call again, and enjoy the hobby, and I hope you get a lot more callers and good contacts as you get into it. But you're doing fantastic. M7MDD, all the best indeed. Pleasure to meet you from M0YKS. Thanks. 73. Okay, I'm going to have to call it a draw in a minute, and I'll give it a couple more shouts, see if anybody else is there. Time's getting on, and it's M0YKS listening by. Sierra Alpha 6, nice one. Can you come back again, please? Is it uniform X-ray, or am I missing something?
Yes, that's right. Sierra Alpha 6, uniform.
Ah, that's it. Ah, Roger. Sierra Alpha 6, uniform whiskey X-ray. Yeah, I just missed the whiskey. But yeah, got it that time. Thank you very much, Stefan. And great to work you tonight in Sweden. And lovely to get a copy over there. I thought we were just getting into G, so obviously we're doing a little bit further afield. And you're coming through 5 and 9, no problem, Stefan. Sierra Alpha 6, uniform whiskey X-ray. My name is Simon, Sierra India Mike Oscar November. And the location this side is north of Bradford in Yorkshire. The call is M0YKS. Back to you, SA6 UWX M0YKS.
Yes, M0YKS from Sierra Alpha 6, uniform X-ray. Radio 5 by line, +20. Thank you very much. Really good. Just from Sierra over.
Yeah, Roger, I think the band's in nice shape and no noise. And yeah, I'm getting you very well also, 5.9 plus. And nice surprise to get you in the log. And I'm not sure if you know, I'm live broadcasting on YouTube, and there is quite a few people listening on the side, so you'll be able to check out the signal if you wish to look it up and do so. But yeah, I'm running an FT 1000 MP Mark V field, and the output power is around 300 watts. I'm driving about 20 watts from the transceiver into a Russian amplifier with a couple of GI7B ceramic tubes, and the microphone is the GM5 Heil mic with a no processor, just running the straightforward audio, and the antenna's a homemade 8040 fan dipole, which is up about 30 feet. So back to you, Stefan. Sierra Alpha 6, uniform whiskey X-ray from M0YKS. Hey James, congratulations. James has passed his foundation today, fellas. Well done, lad. Get in there.
Not so very good. My 5, 7, 5,
Yes, am I running 20 watts? I'm running about 20 watts into an amplifier, Roger.
Alright, running 20 watts into an amplifier. That's really good. How many watts do you put out right now for work?
Yeah, about 300. I can turn it up to 400, but I've just got it ticking over at about 300 amps, Roger. Well, 300 watts, sorry. Talking welding again.
Running 100 whiskey here.
We're on 740, Victor. Very good copy contact, but yeah, I'm running a little bit more power. 300 watts peaking probably, and driving about 15 to 20. So that's the situation. But yeah, thanks very much indeed, Stefan, for the QSO, and very nice to have met you here on 80 meters. Great copy for this time of night. Sierra Alpha 6, Uniform Whiskey X-Ray, M0YKS. Back to you for a final, if you don't mind there. Back to you, over.
Yes, thank you for that. M0YKS, Sierra Alpha 6, Uniform Whiskey X-Ray. The Q room is giving a word, just for information, if you didn't hear that, you previously talked to M0YKS running 10 watts, and also heard in here about 5, 6
Right,
information.
I see. M7MDD, you could hear him. So if you're watching, you made it all the way up to there. On 10 watts. Well done, James. Or Jim. Yeah, QSL Stefan, I understand now that you could hear Jim, M7MDD on 10 watts. Well, he's a new ham, he's only been licensed for 2 weeks, so he will be very pleased to know that he was making the journey to Sweden on 10 watts. So thanks for telling us that one, Stefan, because it's going out on the YouTube broadcast, so he'll know that he made a DX contact. So good stuff. And thanks for giving us a shout tonight. I would hold it, but time's quite late, and I know it's late your side, and I'm just going to work a couple before I call it a draw, because I know there's Victor in there, hopefully, from Portugal. I'm going to give a listen shortly. So many thanks indeed to Sweden. Sierra Alpha 6, Uniform Whiskey X-Ray, from Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra in Yorkshire. Best 73, stay safe and healthy.
Thank you for that, Michael. Sierra Alpha 6, Uniform Whiskey X-Ray. You have a good night, and
Thank you, good night, bye-bye. Yeah, just stand by a sec, guys. I'll pick you both up. There's a 2E0 in there and another station, but I just want to see if I can copy Victor in Portugal. He's just sent me a message on the live stream on YouTube. So Charlie Tango 1, Juliet Romeo Zulu. This is Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra listening by. Any copy, Victor? Charlie Tango 1, Juliet Romeo Zulu. Any copy from M0YKS? No, I'm not getting him, so I'll go for the 2E0 first, if that's okay.
Yeah, first on it's 2-0 Echo Victor Mexico, operators Eddie, and the location is Painton down in
Never mind, Victor.
Devon,
Yeah, QSLA in Painton, in Devon. I'm doing a bit of multitasking here, but yeah, the good copy and a nice QSL picture on the profile. Got you on QRZ. Thanks for giving me a shout. You're sounding nice. My name's Simon, I think you know that, and the QTH is Baildon, which is a place on the edge of the moors, north of Bradford in Yorkshire. You're over the 5-9 mark. I'll give you a proper report next time round. 2E0 EVM M0YKS, over.
Yeah, no problem there, Simon. Well, the location here is 3 miles from the beach.
Very nice.
Conditions this way, Icon 7300. I'm running a studio mic into a mixer, and 50 watts into an up-center fed dipole, which is 135 foot long, and about 25 feet high at the balance. Slightly weight, about 30% gradual weight. But yeah, that's the conditions this way. When I looked at the signal meter, you go in between +5 or +10 this way, that's you. It's good audio.
Yeah, QSL, thank you very much indeed for the +5 to +10. Well, believe it or not, I'm getting you probably about 20 over, so you're doing a super job, Eddie, and coming through absolutely fantastic indeed to Welding in West Yorkshire. And yeah, I'm getting a little bit of earache from a while, so I probably won't be staying up too much longer, because obviously I'm getting excited with you guys calling, and my voice is travelling around the house, and we've got the kids upstairs. So yeah, great to hear you, and I do appreciate you coming back. And absolutely great signal. I think it's the first time we've worked. I'm running probably a bit more power, obviously, about 300 watts, and it is a dipole half wave up at about 30 feet. So I'll say 73 and look forward to making a contact in the very near future. Stay safe and thanks for the shout. 2E0 Echo Victor Mike, M0YKS.
Yeah, no problem there, Simon. Just to help, it is the first time we've spoken, and hopefully it won't be the last. And just stay safe up there in near Bradford there, and big health to you and your family, and 73 for now.
Yeah, Roger on that one. I'll have a longer QSO another time, but thanks very much indeed. Look forward to the next one. 2E0 EVM, M0YKS. Thank you. There's a few calling. I'll go for the Charlie Mike Quebec if that's okay.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie, Mike Quebec, personal mark, QSO.
Yeah, QSL, M7 Charlie Mike Quebec. Nice to meet you, Mark. I'll keep it quick if you don't mind. But you're a good copy, and my name is Simon, and the location is near Bradford. You're 5x9, Mark, over.
Yeah, no problem on that, Simon. M0YKS, M7, Charlie, Mike Quebec, return. I'm over in Tottenham, I'm in West Yorkshire.
Oh, very nice.
You're about 5 9 +30 on the QSL.
Yeah, QSL, Mark, lovely to get you from Todmorden. I know the place very well. I wasn't too far away from it at the beginning of the week. Visited some family in Burnley, so I passed through your direction. But yeah, there's a few calling, Mark, so unfortunately I won't keep it because time's knocking on. But if you hear me again, it'd be a pleasure to pick it up. You're 5x9 +10, great copy, Mark. M7C MQ M0YKS.
Okay, thank you very much. M0YKS, Mike 7, Charlie, Mike Quebec returning. Okay, thank you very much. Nice to talk to you, and we'll be further down the line. M7CMQ off and clear. Bye-bye now.
I appreciate the call. Keep up with the work. Look forward to the next one, and we'll have a proper natter. M7CMQ M0YKS. Thank you.
G4P, yeah?
The G4, go ahead.
Yeah, Golf 4, Papa, Echo, November.
Yeah, great copy. Golf 4 Papa Echo November. Nice to meet you again. I think we've worked before, and you've got the name correct there, Bob. And another to get you in the log, Bob. Good signal. 5x9 +20 into Welding, over. Not sure if I did a bit of doubling there, but yeah, I've got you there, no problem, Bob. From in Rotherham, I know Rotherham well, my friend. Probably about 50 miles to the south of here, and I've been down there quite a few times in the past, and obviously visited Sheffield, which is your neighbouring city there. But yeah, good copy. I just flicked my attenuation off when you were touching the 20 dB mark here in Welding near Bradford there, Bob, over.
Yeah, okay, the Simon. Yeah, you're right. It's good 20 over 9. Nice signal. It's a band that I don't usually operate on 80 meters.
Sounding good anyway.
Nice way, Simon. Can you tell me quickly, have you got an email address on QRZ?
Yeah, I have, Bob. If you log in and you put my call sign, the flick over my thing, it'll highlight up to you. It's there, Bob. So no problem if you want to get in touch. Obviously, I'll reply tomorrow because I'll be hitting the sack when I finish the QSO, Bob. But yeah, lovely to work you. I'm not sure how long you've been reading the mail. I'm going to be signing shortly. I don't want to get into too much trouble for keeping everybody awake for getting excited here in the shack. But lovely to get you in the log, Bob, and I'm sure we'll meet again. And you're doing a great job. Your audio's sounding good, and the quality of the signal is very nice indeed. From Rotherham, G4PENM0YKS.
Yeah, from G4PM. Yeah, the radio's the ICOM 7300 Simon, and running 100 watts. yeah, it's just about satellite. I say I watch quite a few of your videos on satellite, so I would like to drop you an email and ask you a few questions on that. Anyway, catch you later then, Simon. Be nice having a chat with you. M0YKS, G4PN.
Yeah, QSO Bob, my pleasure. Well, if I can help, I'll certainly come back and tell you anything I know that I can help you with there, Bob. And if you do hear me again, we'll certainly have a longer QSO when I'm I'm not rushing off. So thanks for the shout, Bob. Lovely to get down to Rotherham and get you in a log for the first time. Take care, and thanks for the QSO, G4PEN, M0YKS. Good night, Bob.
Yeah, good night, Simon.
Is there anybody else there before I pull the plug? I think there might be another guy in there, M0YKS, listening. No, I think that's it. So many thanks indeed. I'm going to call this my break, and I'm going to shut down the station. So all listeners, take care, best 73, and anyone off work, thanks for calling. We'll be back soon. This is M0 Yankee Kilo Sierra in Baildon, West Yorkshire. Closing the station down and wishing everybody a good evening. 73, stay safe and healthy.
Golf Sugar.
Go on, Golf Sugar.
M0YKS, G2GS.
G2GS, I like that one. I've got a GSX. So yeah, very nice. Go for it. Very good signal, Paul. I'm not sure what it was, but I'll tell you next time round. Over. Oh, I think we doubled. Go again, Paul.
I do apologise, mate. Evening side, 59, 20 foot into water, West Midlands, my friend.
Yeah, QSL, Paul. You're coming through fantastic. The same signal, 20 dB, solid copy. And thanks for the guy who said we doubled there. But yeah, great signal. What antenna are you using?
I am using an NZ wire, 127 feet. It's a bit of a top leg configuration. FP9918.
Hi, Theo.
80 watts and just 30 watts standard noise, my friend, back here.
Well, it sounds good. There's been a lot of good signals tonight, and you're one of them. So congratulations, Paul. You're touching the 20 dB solid copy mark here in Baildon in Yorkshire. And thanks very much indeed for the quick QSO. Sorry it's a quick one. I was just about to pull the plug, but I'm glad you gave me a shout. And obviously, I don't know if you know, but we're live broadcasting, so if you want to check out your signal quality, if you go to QRZ, you'll find a link to YouTube. And the video will be on there. It'll probably take, you should imagine it'll take a few hours to process. So it'll be tomorrow when it becomes available. But obviously you can see it live at the moment. But then what tends to happen is, when I finish transmitting, it'll go off for a while whilst the processing takes place and then comes back. So that's the story. But you might think, what the hell am I on about? But hopefully that made sense. G2GS M0YKS.
M0YKS, G2GS. Okay, sorry. Thank you for the QSO, mate. We should send three. Catch you a bit further down off, mate.
Certainly look forward to it, Paul. I'll be on another evening throughout the week, so give me a shout. M0YKS. Thanks, G2GS. Take care.
Okay, but the G2GS first.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody else before I pull the plug? M0YKS. Thanks to the station who told me I was doubling. 73 everybody, good night, take care. M0YKS QRT. Right. So yeah, best to turn that down a bit. The door we're getting slammed, you know how it is, guys.
G3GS, is still going?
They're not calling me. I'm not an EVM, so he must be his friend. Good stuff anyway. Yeah, good evening to Toronto, Canada. Nice to see you in there from Toronto. Theo. And obviously, nice to see Portugal in there. Victor, CT 1JRZ. I'll get you next time, I'm sure. We'll probably go on a different band. And yeah, all the other guys in there that's been helping me have a bit of fun. So thanks very much. I'm going to be calling it a draw now. It's gone on for nearly 2 hours. It's amazing how quickly these things pass. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Sunday night catch up. Like I said, I'm going to try and make it a regular habit. So this is one that you can kind of set your diary and think that M0YKS is going to be around about this time every Sunday week. Fingers crossed. So on that note, we'll say good night. Thanks for the comments, thanks for all the likes and all the support, and all you guys that have been there from 2006 when I started the YouTube channel. It's appreciated. And if you've watched me the first time tonight and you think, who is this crazy Yorkshireman, come back again and we'll have some more craziness for you. Thanks for joining. Take care, stay safe. Best 73 from Yorkshire, from M0YKS, signing clear with all you YouTube people, Facebook, ham radio, live operators, and anybody else who's watching, shortwave listeners, people that like to go on the net, get onto the RF hack and all that business. I don't know that much about it, but I'm learning, just like you guys, teaching me stuff. 73, catch you later.